everybody. Today I'm going to share with you something a little different. I have come up with a challenge for myself. If you've been with me a while, you know that I've been walking. I've had a walking goal for so many steps a day, and back in the spring I was doing really well with getting my steps in every day. And when I came back from camping this time and I got sick, I've kind of slacked off of that again, and I can feel I can feel my rear end expanding, and I can feel the difference in the way I feel every day, the energy that I have, and I want to get started back into my walking routines. And I started September 1st with this new challenge that I have for myself, and I thought I would share it with you. I've been watching the cash stuffing binder ladies on YouTube, and I just find it fascinating. They use the cash stuffing. If you've never heard of cash stuffing, they have binders with envelopes, and they cash out their paydays every time they get paid, and then they put the cash in respective envelopes labeled like groceries or rent or whatever, utilities, electric bill, phone bill. And the object is to, when the envelope's empty, you stop spending and you save whatever's left. Some of the ladies have taken it a step further and used the cash for their savings and their sinking funds, which are savings that are earmarked for something in particular, and they have created little games to play. And that's kind of what I did based on my walking, because I don't want to keep a bunch of cash here at the house. We don't deal very much in cash, so I thought that I could incorporate some rewards, kind of a reward system for myself for the steps that I do get. So that's kind of what I've come up with, and I'll explain all of this as we go. So like I said, it's something a little different, and I know it's not going to be for everybody, but it's just, and this is not an encouragement for you to do this. This is something that if you'd like to try it, if you'd like to come up with your own system, then that's good. If not, you might enjoy just watching the video, because I plan on doing these every week and stuffing my cash in every week for the cash that I earn from walking. So that's kind of the gist of it, but I'll explain more when I get into this. This, first off, before anybody has a heart attack, this is prop money. This is not real money. See, it says copy, and it says for motion picture use only. It's fake money. So this is not real money. And I'm using the fake money because I don't want to keep cash in the house. So I will explain how this is going to work as we go. So I will put these aside, and here are my two binders. I've made two binders because I want to alternate weekly. I want to work in one binder one week, and then the next week I want to work in another binder. So I made two, and this one is going to be walk and roll. And I found two names for the challenges that I really like. There's a lot of little challenge names that you can have for walking groups, like walking clubs or whatever. But I found walk and roll, which I really like. And then this one is Walking on Sunshine, which that's one of my favorite songs. So I was drawn to that one. Couldn't decide, so I just used both. So these are my little binders. And I already had everything that I'm using except for the prop money. The prop money is the only thing that I bought that I'm going to show you today. I have a couple things, small things coming that I needed for this to make it easier, but I already had these binders. I got them on Amazon forever ago. So I already had these in my stash, and they came with these little plastic zippered pouches inside, which I'll show you. And the prop, I did buy the prop money, but that's going to last me for this whole time that I'm doing this, and I'm hoping that I'll stick with this for a while. So first, before we get into the binders, I wanted to show you, I got my new Conqueror Challenge medal that I wanted to show you. This is from my newest challenge, and I finished it, so I wanted to share that with you. If you don't know what the Conqueror Challenge is, they're virtual walking challenges, and you put your steps in, or if you run, if you swim, any kind of movement, you can put in either the steps or the time or the distance that you can choose what you want to put in, and it's on an honor system. You pay for the challenge ahead of time, and then you just move and you log your movements into the app every day, and at the end you will get a medal. And we've done this already several times, and I wanted to share with you the medals that we've already won. They're really nice and heavy. They come on a long matching lanyard, and this is my husband's. Let me stand up and make sure you're seeing this. This is my husband's medal. He did Egypt because he's been to Egypt. So it's got the scarab on the front that comes out. Let me see how. On the back it's got an Egyptian pharaoh, and then on the front this little scarab comes out of here somehow. Oh, the whole thing comes. Okay, so this opens up, and then the little scarab comes out of there. Isn't that cool? This is magnetic. It's got a little magnet on it, and it closes back. But that's his. And the first one I did was the Berlin Wall, because I was in Germany when the wall fell. So I was drawn to this one, and it's got a matching lanyard. And then on the back, it's got a little verse and somebody climbing the wall, and then this is cool. The piece of the wall comes out. Some of the medals are interactive and some of them aren't. That's really cool. And then I've been to Paris, so this was the next one that I did, and this is the Paris medal, also a matching lanyard, and then on the back it's got the Eiffel Tower, which I've been to the top of the Eiffel Tower. You know, when I was younger, I could do stuff like that, but I really like this one. This one's not interactive, but it's got the Arc de Triomphe on the front and then the Eiffel Tower on the back, which I really like. Now this is the one that I recently finished. This one is Washington, D.C. So there's the medal, and it's just stuck to it with some kind of somebody's bubble gum, it looks like. But they come in this really nice package, and shipping's included when you sign up for the challenge. You're in essence paying for the medal and the experience, basically. But this is the Washington, D.C. I really like that. It's got it's like an enamel in there, and this one's not interactive either. Then it's got the Smithsonian on the back, and then a matching lanyard. Make every mile count. So each of the challenges, they're challenges worldwide, and each of the challenges you can pick which challenge meets your miles. I think all of those were 30 miles, and you know, it takes me a while to walk 30 miles. So it's just a little motivation to get me into the walking. And I really like those challenges, but I wanted to take it a step. My new challenge, I'm walking the Jesus Trail right now, which takes you up through Galilee and Nazareth, and it's a virtual challenge, and you can check it out. I'll link Conqueror challenges below, so if you're interested in that, you can take a look at that. But you go at your own pace, which is what I like about it. All right, back to these challenges. So I'm going to be working in the walk and roll this week. So I'm going to put the walking on sunshine aside, and what I did was every day I logged my steps that I had the day before, and I walked 8,279 steps last week from Sunday to Saturday. So that's not too good, but my goal to get back into it was 1,000 steps a day, and I did meet that goal, so I'm satisfied. But what I'm going to do to start, because as I increase steps, I'm not going to be able to do this, but I'm going to give myself $5 per 1,000 steps. So 8,279 steps is going to equal out to $40, and then since it's 279, I'm going to say $42. So I'm going to give myself $42 this week to play with. So I'm only going to use small bills, and these will be saved for when I can switch out the smaller ones to make my binder thinner. You know, kind of a condensing of the bills. But let me show you how this works. Let me give myself $42. I'm going to get 2 5s. I've got a cash tray coming, which is one of the things that I've got coming, which will, these are my little clips. I love these little binder clips, which I desperately need, because right now I'm just going to have to lay this here. I'm not going to catch anything on fire, don't worry. So I like my candle burning. So I have $10, and then I'm going to get, let's see, 15, no, I'll get 14 twos, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And if I need to change some of this out, I will. So that's $24. So I'm going to get the rest in ones. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So there's my $42 to play with this week. And like I said, as my steps, as I challenge myself more on a daily basis, as I get stronger, then I'm going to relook how much I earn, because I want to keep it at like $50 a week. And this is my thought process behind that. I waste a lot of money. I waste a lot of money on Temu. I waste, you know, I'm not being as frugal as I used to be, and I need to get back to that. So the rewards that I have in these binders are going to be my treats. That's it. I don't get a treat unless I finish a challenge. So I'll explain that right now. We'll get started. So I love this quote: "The best project you'll ever work on is you." And I just decorated the binders with, you know, with stickers that I already had. So you can get these binders on Amazon. I'll link the binder down below, and I'll link the money down below. Anything that I use, you know, I will link below. So if you're interested, you can do that. So I decorated the inside here. I've got lots of motivational quotes for myself that I'll see every week when I get into these. So this: fierce, no excuses, me time, live well, little progress each day adds up to big results, do it for you. And then I've got this little girl here. And then on a lot of the little inserts, I've got stickers as well. So now let me show you how this is going to work. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 envelopes in this one, which means I've got 7 in the other one. And I'm just going to start with 15 challenges for now. And the way this works is, this first one, I took journaling cards or little cards that I had, and I made my own with what I already have. This one, the first one, the one we're going to start with, says never stop exploring, and you see all these 20s on here. Well, this is $20 increments. So on the back, it tells me what I'm saving for on this card, and it's camping, $200. So my goal is to have $200 each. This adds up to $200 on here, and my goal is to have $200 towards my camping. $200 will pay for a couple weeks at a camping spot for us. So I thought that I could treat us to a couple weeks, you know, in addition to what we already do. So the way this works is, these are 20s, and I'm going to roll my dice. This is a little dice that my daughter got my son, and he left it, so I'm going to use it. It's a 6-sided die, and it's what they use for like Dungeons and Dragons and things like that. But I'm going to roll this die, and I got a 6. So I'm going to take $6, and I'm going to put $6 in this envelope. And when I get up to $20, I'm going to cross one of these out. And the goal is to cross all of the 20s out. So that's how that's going to work. So I'm just going to play with this until I run out of money. So I've got $6 towards my camping. And then when I get the $20, when I get to a $20 mark, I'm going to, now this is all rewarded the following month, okay? So in October, if I finish in September one of these 20s, I'll take $20 on payday and transfer it into a different account and save it, earmarked for camping. And then I'll start another 20. So I'm not going to save up 200 and then the next month put 200 out of the payday. I'm not going to do that, because the whole point is, you know, to save money in little increments, and it you know, it adds up. So that's what I'm going to do. This one is coffee, because adulting is hard. I've got a little coffee card. And it says on the back, a green star equals $1, a pink star equals $2, and the black cup equals $5. So each of these little cups has a pink or a green star on it, and then there's the black cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, this time, use this deck of cards. I came up with some different ways to come up with, you know, rolling or, you know, choosing. So I'm going to use this deck of cards, and I'm going to shuffle them up, and then I'm going to cut it, and whatever I cut a 2, okay? So, and then I'm going to move 2, 1, 2. That's a pink star. The pink star is $2. So $2 is going into my coffee fund. And what I'm going to do when I get $15, the following month, I'm going to buy me a bag of Dunkin' Donuts coffee or Starbucks coffee or whatever I want as a treat, because I don't buy expensive, you know, I buy Folgers, Maxwell House, so that will be a treat for me. And then once this card is finished and I've earned my $15, I'll replace it with a different challenge. So these are just little things that I can treat myself as a reward for walking. So that's my $2 in that one. This one is, of course, self-explanatory. The sticker says celebration, and you can tell what that is. This is my wine fund. So let me show you how this one's going to go. Okay, a different way to draw. I've got some colored beads in this little pouch here. This Dreamer Designs, it's my diamond painting. So I wrote down what each bead is worth. And I'm going to randomly draw in there, and I'm going to draw a bead out. Okay, the red, white, and blue is 10. So I'm going to move 10 spaces on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and this is a scratch off, so this is just a diamond painting tool. I've ordered a little scratcher tool too, so I'm going to scratch this off, and this is 1. That's a 1. So this gets $1. And again, when I reach $25, I'll buy a nice bottle of wine for myself. I was trying to think of things that I want that I don't typically do for myself, you know. If I get through this entire binder and I've got money left, I'm going to start back in the front. I'm not going to switch binders. I'm just going to stay with this one for this much money. So the next one I can tell you is at my digital camera fund. I want a new digital camera. And this one's a big one. This one is $500. So I want to save $500 for a nice digital camera. So these are in increments of 30. So what I want to do now, let me do this. I can either roll, because whatever I roll or whatever I draw here, that's the amount of money. So some of them are to pick, and then some of them are actual whatever I do, that's the amount of money that goes in here. So I wanted to try tokens, somehow using a token. So what I did was similar to the beads. I have a list here, and then I used my Happy Planner discs that I had left over, the metal ones, and there's 2 of each color in here, this is pretty, and I love the way they sound. So I'm going to mix them up, and then I'm just going to draw one of these out, and I drew a silver, which is $2. So that's what I'm going to put in this one. And again, when I reach $30, I'll move $30 into the savings for an earmark it for digital camera. So, and then when I reach 500, I should have $500 in savings, and I'll be able to buy my camera. The next one is, let's see, this one's small progress is still progress, and this card is for a blanket ladder, because I want a blanket ladder, and it's something that I've wanted for a long time, and I've just not pulled the trigger to buy. So this way I can save up for it in little steps at a time. So this is $65 that's on this card. So I'm going to go back to the dice and roll 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. See what this is. Oh, it's a big one, $5. So I'm going to put $5 into my blanket ladder fund. Now these smaller ones, if this card is complete, then the following month, when we get paid, I will take $65 and just buy me a blanket ladder as part of my allowance for the month. So that's that one. This one is, it says actually I can, and the card says you and me, and you'll see there's just numbers on here. So we're gonna do you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that for this one, and then whatever number I land on, that's how much will go in here. And this is for a candle, so I'll buy myself a nice candle. I hope I'm in frame here. I'll buy myself a nice candle for this one. So the last way that I can move is I have these dominoes in my little cloth container here that I really love. It's like a pencil holder, but now these dominoes my son made. They're really pretty. He made them out of resin, and then I took a metallic marker and marked the dots, colored the dots in, but I love these. They're so pretty. So I've got those in there, and what I'm going to do is reach in and just grab one. Okay, let's see what I got. 4. So that's how many I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another big one, $5. So I'm going to put $5 into my candle fund. And I'm not going to finish all of these every month. You know, I'm going to be all, you know, there's different numbers. I didn't mark that off. Wait, let me mark that off. 1, 2, 3, 4. To mark that off, because that 5 is done. So next time I'll move over that one and you know, leave that one blank. So there's going to be a lot of weeks on this one, and then a few weeks on others. So these are going to stagger as far as when I win. You understand? All right, let's see what this one is. You got this girl. This one is another big one, and these are $15 increments. And this is for Halloween bedding. And I want a Halloween quilt and shams. So it's, again, it's something that I'm not buying for myself because, you know, it seems like I can't justify the money, so I'm going to save up for it. So these are in $15. When I reach a $15, I'll mark it off and move the money into a savings account. So let's see what we get on this one. I think I'm going to stick with the dominoes on this one. Let me see what I can get. All right, 6. So $6 will go into this. So 2, 4, 6. So there's the dominoes, and $6 will go into my Halloween quilt fund. And when I get to 15, I'll mark it off and move the money the following month. So, and then the last one in here is this one. It's another scratcher. It's a pretty like postcard. And this one is for dinner out for me and my husband, which is $50. So I'm going to, let's do the card again. I'm going to, and I drew a 9. So let's move 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this one is a 5. So this one gets $5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So $5 towards my dinner out with my husband. Now, let's see. I have a decision to make. This is going to be, if I've got at least $6 left, I can roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I've got $10, so I'm going to go ahead and roll. And I'm going to bring this card back out in my camping fund. And then I'm going to roll. I rolled a 2, so I'm going to put $2 in here. 2 more dollars. Along with the, so I've got 8 in here. Okay. That means I've still got $8. And the next one is my coffee fund. So let's put some more money in here. You know, I didn't mark that off, did I? What color did I get? $2. You know, there's going to be some growing pains here, so I did get a pink one. I don't remember which pink one I got. So I'm just going to mark this pink one off. Alright, let's do a bead. So let's see. There's my key, and what color bead we get? Blue, 6. So we're going to move 6 on this card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a green one. So green is $1. So I'll put $1 in here. Okay. Moving on to the wine. I'm excited that I'm getting through this as much as I am. So I've got $7 left. So let's go ahead and choose a domino. And I've got 6. It's double 3s. So we're going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like it's going to be another 1. So we'll put another 1 in there. Digital camera, $6. Okay, I can roll on this one. I can roll on this one because if I get 6, I can cover it. So let's see. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I'm going to do is just get a 5. And then I'm going to put this in here. So I've got $7 in my digital camera fund so far. Awesome. Alright, and I've got $1 left. This has increments of more than $1, so I'm going to put that in my overflow envelope. I've got an envelope back here. If I have money left that I can't play the next round, I'm just going to put it in here. And I haven't decided if I'm going to use this to add to next week or if I'm just going to save this as an extra envelope and put it in my savings. So we'll see. But that's that. So what do you think? What do you think? I'm hoping to do this every Sunday when I total up my steps for the week. So if you want to come along on this journey with me, if you want to make some kind of system for yourself, you can do this kind of system. Like I said, everything that I'm using will be linked below. You can do just an envelope system, or you can just make yourself a tracker and track your steps. And then when you get to so many steps, reward yourself. There's all kinds of different things that you can do to, you know, reward yourself for getting up and getting out there and making yourself healthy and healthier and happier. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and letting me know what you think in the comments below, I'd really appreciate it. I'm working on a Temu haul, so I'll have that for you very soon. I'm winding down on my Temu, so you know there's going to be some different things on this channel because I'm kind of over Temu. So like I said, I'm trying to get myself reeled in as far as my budget and what I'm doing with my money, and you know, what I'm doing with my life basically. So I will see you in the next video, and until then, get out there and walk. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.